that's quite enough shit music. That one's alright, to be fair. Everyone likes a trumpet, I think. Well, hello and welcome in to this Tuesday's movie news. I am Jonathan C. Walsh, here to speak about all the happenings in the world of movies, Hollywood, and in this instance, primarily Star Wars. More specifically, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello, welcome in. 100 million gaming. Can I get some of that millions that you've got? Lord knows I could be fucking doing with it. 100 million gaming. Welcome in. Do appreciate you coming in. I'm sure it'll be brief. It usually is in this channel. Once people hear us speaking. A lot of people can't understand a fucking word we are saying. And that can be a blessing as well. Because we can sometimes get away with saying things that others are not so blessed to get away with. But look, man, I'm here to speak about Star Wars. I'm here to speak about Obi-Wan Kenobi. A couple of subjects, the yin and the yang of Obi-Wan Kenobi, the TV show, the yin and the yang of the Star Wars fandom. I'll start with a positive because I am a glass half full kind of person, and I will touch upon the positives first. And as you can see here, Obi-Wan Kenobi becomes the most watched Disney Plus original series to date. I have said show because I'm clearly Americanised and I prefer that to series. But yeah, man, Star Wars thanks the best fans in the galaxy for the record. This is coming in from, as you can see, where is it coming in from? Collider.com. And the Star Wars social media account has obviously thanked the Star Wars fans and then condemned a slightly dodgy element within the Star Wars fandom. But we'll get into that. As you can see here, once again, Star Wars fans proved that they are a force to be reckoned with. In the span of one short weekend, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series has become Disney Plus's most watched premiere globally. The series brings the return of Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen to reprise their iconic roles as the Jedi Master and his ill-fated apprentice. And already the show is a huge success. Look, this doesn't surprise me, man. It does not surprise me that it has become the biggest original series opener for the streaming service. In all honesty, this is a TV show which should have, and almost certainly could have, been a $600 million, $1 billion plus grossing movie. This could have been a movie. It didn't necessarily start as a TV show. I think James Mangold was initially in line to actually direct a fucking movie about Obi-Wan's exploits post Return of the Jedi. So this shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody that there has been anticipation for this TV show, that there is widespread interest, not just within the Star Wars fandom, but at a multi-demographic sort of audience willing to go in and watch this movie the fucking day it releases on the streaming service. And not just that, I have heard since that they actually brought the release date forward slightly, a couple of hours earlier in the States, certainly in the West Coast, maybe even the East Coast as well. And that will help, obviously, the amount of people who can get eyeballs on this TV show in its first day, its premiere. But it shouldn't surprise anyone that this has become the most watched Disney Plus premiere, man. It's Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, it's Ben Kenobi, Obi-Wan, one of the titanic figures of the original trilogy. And there is still a degree of magic to be found within the Star Wars franchise. There is still a degree of interest, even if Kathleen Kennedy, Lucasfilm, Disney have besmirched it a great deal with what they have done with the sequel trilogy, and obviously the spin-offs, which have been varying degrees of good to average to shit. They have done their best to shit over the top of the franchise, but despite that, there is still magic, and certainly with this character, certainly with Ewan, who has a lot of goodwill post the prequels with the fan base who wanted them in there. It doesn't surprise me that it's opened very strongly. How many hours until episode 3? I have not got a fucking clue, man. Episode 3 of Kenobi. It comes out on Friday, doesn't it? Does it not? So there's a good bit to go. There is a good bit to go, man. I don't want to break into hours, but it's a lot of fucking hours, man. I don't even know when it drops. There you go. I have not got a clue when Obi-Wan drops. We watch it very late after the effect because obviously we're reacting to it. So we don't sit and wait for it counting down the very second it drops. We actually react to it hours and hours and hours afterwards and just stay off of social media and make sure no fuckwit spoils it for us. But man, glad to see this TV show's opened up strongly. I have been maintaining since the success of The Mandalorian, utilising the acting talents of your Pedro Pascals, Giancarlo Esposito's, directing talents of Bryce Dallas Howard, Robert Rodriguez, Taika Waititi. Is it today? Is it coming out today? I just heard it comes out June 1st. Really? I'll search it up just now. 2 seconds, bear with me. I will search this up and try and actually scan around the fucking monitors. Episode 3. I will try and find my very best release date. I'll bring this up, fuck it. We'll go on a little journey, shall we? That is not what I wanted. That is Revenge of the Sith. We'll click on it. Fuck it. Boom. You may be right. In which case we'll be reacting to it sooner than before. And all the more reason for me to get episode 2 out, which keeps getting fucking blocked. Which is really annoying. Look how shit this website is. It premieres Wednesday the 1st of June. You're absolutely right. You have brought me information, brand new information, as Phoebe Buffet would say, from Friends. Thank you very fucking much for that, Emil, on Fire TV. I wouldn't have known about that. Stephen, you're in the chat. You're under the Movie Burner Entertainment moniker. Did you know about that? That it comes out on a Wednesday? I didn't. Need to get that fucking recorded tomorrow. I'm sure you'll be around. So that's interesting. Looking forward to it. I have to say, as I say, it's a sort of continuation of it becoming the most watched Disney Plus TV show. Premiere. That's one of the reasons it's been the most watched for me. This aura, the mysticism over Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan. That's how sizable a role is Hayden going to have in this TV show. What's the dynamic between the two characters? Will they face off? I've watched an unbelievable amount of interviews with these two guys in the last couple of days. They're pretty much openly speaking about a fight. They are fighting amongst each other in this TV show. There will be another battle between these two legendary characters. He's talking about training to do a lightsaber duel. They're going to fight in this TV show. And that's another reason why it's fucking... There's so many eyeballs, so much interest. Seeing these two characters going toe to toe again is going to be absolutely fucking epic. Because you can talk shit about the prequels all you want. Personally, I don't. I grew up with them. But Revenge of the Sith, I did like that finale, that fight sequence between Kenobi and Anakin. I thought it was fucking epic. The score was epic. The choreography, slightly over choreographed, but it was still absolutely incredible. I think it comes out in 9 hours, but not sure. Well, if it's the first, then yeah, it'll probably be the morning, UK, Europe time. I'd imagine about 8, 9 AM or something like that. And that would align with maybe, yeah, I don't know. That was 8 hours ago. If you know who Star Wars, of course I know who Star Wars Fury is. Who doesn't? He is the Star Wars channel on YouTube, isn't he? Let's be honest, he made a video and at the end of the last video says to come to his watch party tonight. Yeah, it's coming out then. Absolutely is. Well, if he's saying tonight, that'll be US time. And if it's dropping tomorrow, the first, obviously UK time, then you would imagine, is he East Coast, US? Probably 12 AM or something their time. That would maybe align with, 5, 6 AM our time? I'm not sure. Maybe he's staying up very fucking late to do it. I mean, I'm a night owl, but not that late of a night owl that I can stay up and watch it and react to it with Steve, fellow movie brother. So that's interesting, man. I didn't even realise. I thought they changed to a Friday. I know it was originally supposed to come out the 25th, and they pushed it back to the 27th. Maybe to align with Star Wars Celebration. I just assumed the actual release day thereafter was going to be the Friday. So it's actually a Wednesday. That's very interesting indeed. This is what I found. June 1st at midnight Pacific, 3 AM Eastern, 8 AM BST. Yeah, 8 AM. Yeah, that sounds about right. Which is fucking terrible. If I was a regular punter, and I'm a regular punter as we like to call them, and I wasn't doing reactions, that would pain me physically, man. I remember them pulling that stunt with WandaVision, and I was getting up at like 9 AM and watching the finale. Couldn't fucking wait. That's how invested I was in it. So yeah, that pains me physically. They do that for people who can actually who are able to watch it whenever the fuck they want, and they're not doing reactions on YouTube. That they can actually, they have to wait 8 AM, and then in the States they get it at midnight. Fucking terrible. We're treated like second class citizens here. Second class citizens, I say. But thank you very much again, Emil, for letting us know that it comes out. I'm sure we'd have found out anyway. Stephen works with sort of social media. He tries to stay away from spoilers. He would have seen it. Is that at the same time as the other episodes comes out? Because I don't know when that is. I would imagine it is, yeah, because I was watching John Campia earlier on, and he says that it came out earlier. Did it come out earlier? I don't know. I'm not American. I wish I was at times. Fuck knows, we'd get to see this content a lot earlier, and we'd get all the trailers. And how many hours is that? I'm getting confused with different time zones. 8 AM BST would be 9 hours from now. It's currently 11:19 PM, the 31st. June the 1st, midnight. No, that does confuse me. That would be, yeah. Midnight June the 1st would be, oh, I don't know, man. You go back 5 hours, it's 6 o'clock Eastern time, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Yeah. That'd be 4 hours to 10, then it'd be 2, that'd be 6, then plus 3. 9 hours it is, it's 9 hours it's coming out. 9 hours from now. 9 hours. 100% 9 hours. Because then if you go back, it's 8 hours behind in LA time, Western Coast. So it's like, I don't know, fuck, 2 in the afternoon. You go 9 hours in advance. Yeah, it probably is, yeah. That'd be about right. Yeah, you saved us there, man. I didn't realise it was coming out on Wednesday. I genuinely did not realise it was coming out. I thought it was a Friday thing. I'm fucking looking forward to that now. Really, really. I thought I had to wait another few days. It was the build up to episode 3 was epic. The finale of episode 2 with him calling on Anakin and it cutting to him in the back to tank. That was fucking incredible. Just so happy for Hayden as well. Brilliant guy. So happy seeing that guy smiling in these press junkets, finally making that connection with the fan base again after he was treated terribly. He really was. He was treated like a leper, and it wasn't his fault. But look, not surprised it's the most watched Disney Plus premiere. It's a huge TV show. It could have been a movie. It could have been a big successful movie at the box office. Disney, Lucasfilm, for whatever reason, decided they were going to scrap plans for a movie. Maybe terrified after the critical response, criticism of the likes of Solo. Decided to turn it into a TV show, and now you can see it's hugely successful. But look, I'm going to jump onto this. I spoke about the yang of Star Wars fandom. I don't like to call it Star Wars fandom. This article that I'm discussing this through, that's not the one, it's this one. Amidst fan backlash, I'm going to fucking size that down, it's ridiculous. No, I'll size it back up again. Racist fan backlash. I don't like calling them fans, because that's not representative of Star Wars fans. This is just idiots. And sadly, you have these idiots in all walks of life who will come out and do these stupid things on social media or on other platforms. They'll attack actors. And look, it doesn't always have to be racist in its form. We had these idiots over here as well in the United Kingdom. We've got a thing called soap operas, which is a TV show. Follows the mundanity of everyday life. Ridiculous, over-the-top stuff happening. Obviously, because it's a fucking soap opera, it'd be boring if it didn't. And even over here, we had people following actors out in the street and shouting abuse at them and you're this, you're that, because of a character they portrayed in the TV show. So this isn't something that we're unaware of over here as well. I'm presuming this is Americans and United States it's at fault here, by the way, for these messages. This could be over here as well. I don't know who messaged Moses Ingram on whatever platform it was. But this is something that is sadly prevalent in all walks of life, all situations. This isn't just a Star Wars issue. So I've said backlash from idiots, but she has received some interesting messages, has Moses, on social media. And look, I'm going to do my best here, because I keep fucking making an arse of this, man, and we're getting all manner of shit coming up. There we go. You know what it is? It's because I press this, and it changes it. I macroed it. I was doing a little watch-along thing. I think it was actually Obi-Wan, funnily enough. Oh no, it was 4 trailer, and I captured it. You know what, just get that, fuck. Just please delete that. There's no need for it anymore. Rubbish. Get it to fuck. But yeah, man. Sadly, Kenobi still gets a lot of hate. Even little Leia, I think she did an amazing job for her age. Yeah, she's like fucking... I don't know how old that actress is, but she said the character's supposed to be 10. Looks very small for 10. Very small. You see the silhouette of her and Jimmy Smits in the first episode. He looks like an absolute giant compared to her. Now, Jimmy may be very, very tall. I'm not actually aware of how tall he is. But yeah, you've got to give some slack. That's a very, very young actor who's been cast in an iconic role. And sadly, you're going to have absolute wallopers, as we like to call them over here. Dicks is probably the rest of the world likes to call it. Coming on and abusing these actors. And it's ultimately not the actor's fault. The actor is working with a script. Working with words penned on said script. Acting out to the script what the writers and the director, the showrunner, have envisaged for the character. Moses hasn't created this character. She hasn't created the set pieces, the acts, the way she's speaking. She is just given a performance of a script. And these people seem to either willfully ignore the fact that she and the character are two different things, or they're just deliberately doing it and they're just racist bastards. I don't know what they're clearly racist though, because of the comments that are flooding in. A diversity, I think, casting was one of the remarks. But look, we'll get into it. Star Wars, I think actual Lucasfilm prepared her for this a couple of weeks back and told her she has to be on the guard. There will be comments coming in. There will be backlash. And look, I was discussing this in the chat of John Campea's live stream today. He had a great rant about this today. And I absolutely agreed with every single word that came out his mouth. And I'm not one of these hyper liberal people. I'm certainly left in the political spectrum, but I'm not hyper liberal and I'm not tribalistic with it. But he nailed it for me in his words, and I was speaking about it in the chat before his stream even fucking started. And I says, and I'll maintain this, that every single content sort of creation that has an audience, be it on YouTube, Disney Plus, Star Wars, someone like us, me and Stephen that do this on YouTube, once you get over a certain tipping point of people, there's a certain number of people watch a video, you're going to have dicks in the comments. You're going to have dicks giving feedback. It happens everywhere. We've not received racial abuse because we are whiter than Casper the fucking Ghost. But I really do feel for minority content creators, we've seen it on Twitch, they're getting a lot of hate raids. I feel like for actors who are just trying to make it in the game, who are being gave a chance to work in an esteemed universe like this, and all they're getting is fucking shit. Racial abuse. Kelly Marie Tran got it as well. John Boyega got it. It's a real shame, and I don't know what it says about modern day society, because I don't think Billy D. Williams had to put up with this shit fucking years ago. I don't think that was an issue for Billy. Billy seemed to get a lot of respect. He was loved as Lando. I think this is maybe just an offshoot once again of dumbed down politics, creating tribalistic sort of views, and both are warring with each other. Can't even speak. It's like a fucking manifestation of phones and technology. We just look at our phones, we don't speak with anybody. It starts to do this to people. They just fucking embed themselves in an argument and they hate the other person. And this is it, man. It's like the whole woke politics, the woke-ism. Fucking hate it. I can't be arsed with it. Don't want to speak about it. But look, it's an issue. It is an issue, man. And look, when Moses Ingram's in a TV show that I'm actually enjoying just now, and you've got the positivity surrounding this show, it's the biggest opener on Disney Plus, and then in the same day you're getting this news that she's been racially abused. I can't ignore it, sadly. Bail Organa. Bail Organa's in the chat. Moses Ingram was very good in the tragedy of Macbeth. Not a big part, but feel her character in Obi-Wan is quite flat, but it may be deliberate. Look, I'll get into this. Look, as you can see here, there's nothing anybody can do to stop this hate, and so I question what my purpose is in even being here in front of you saying that this is happening. This is her comments. Look, I'm not going to linger on it too long. She's absolutely right to highlight it. If she's got idiots coming into her her personal messages, her DMs, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and giving her shit, racially abusing her, she's got absolutely every right to step out and say this is happening, highlight it, educate people. This is the only way you lift these idiots. You level them up, you educate them, tell them this is fucking fundamentally wrong what you're doing. Don't do it again. Ostracise them. they grow, and then society gets better. It heals. It's almost like the Force. He turned evil. Darth Vader himself, he went to the dark side, he healed, he became a better person at the end. He returned to the light. That's what you can do with these motherfuckers. Heal them. If they don't want to heal, get them to fuck. But having said that, the actual character, I'm not a huge fan of a character just now. Albeit we're 2 episodes in to a TV show, which is 6 episodes long. So there is still room for the character to develop. But for me, the character is a bit annoying. The parkour stuff, jumping about, fucking somersaulting, do not really get anywhere. Any real... not really fast, much faster. You get the Grand Inquisitor, the other Inquisitors, they just stroll up to this sort of square. They seem to arrive on the scene where Obi-Wan is, round about the same time, and they're not jumping over rooftops and somersaulting. That feels a bit OTT for me. Exaggerated. They're making the character a little bit more bombastic and colourful than it needs to be. It's straight to the point. Fucking walk. You don't need to have the parkour. And then the constant shouting, it's a little bit grating. The character for me isn't great, but you see the difference with me and these idiots in the comments are I can separate the character from the actor, and the colour of her skin is never even a fucking issue. Period. So I don't understand why they keep going after minority actors on social media. It's horrendous. I can't understand the ignorance, man. I will never fathom it. I will never understand these racist fucking, as Campea says earlier, cousin botherers. These basement dwelling fucking weirdos who don't get enough sunlight. They're like the Mormons, were they? What the fuck were those things called? Stephen will tell me, he's in the comments, from the Time Machine. What were they called, Stephen? Tell us, you're a huge fan of the Time Machine. What was the name of those albino motherfuckers that didn't get enough light? That's what these people are like, the people who are making these comments. They are fucking allergic to sunlight. But as someone, and I keep maintaining this, who grew up with a Caribbean uncle from another mother, who was immersed in all the goodness of ethnic fusion, cultural fusions. Bring up the sign, John. Yeah, fuck, I daren't bring the sign up, it's over there. I'll end up destroying it, but I have got a no fascist, no racist, no sexist sign, which I do like to bring up, because all of the Morlocks, that's the ones. Someone who was brought up around about Caribbean culture, and you wouldn't think it from Scotland, I got to experience all the fucking good points of infusing cultures and seeing the multiculturalism of modern day world. Fucking, I cannot fathom in any way these fucking idiots getting in and bothering an actor on social media over a fucking performance in a TV show, over the colour of her skin. It's the 21st century, man. What the fuck are we doing here? Mind blowing. And she seems such a likeable person as well, man. It's a fucking shame. I really do feel for her. And Kelly Marie Tran before her. John Boyega can handle himself. He'd knock them out if you seen him in the fucking street. But they shouldn't have to be bothered with this shit. I'm surprised that channels like the Fandom Menace, Nerdrotic, Mecha Random 42, etc. are allowed to remain on YouTube and make money off their racism, sexist, homophobic, transphobic rhetoric. Listen, man, we're not even getting into that. I've seen these motherfuckers, the likes of Geeks and Gamer, and these channels who continue to thrive off of the hatred, off of these news stories. I've seen it, man. I watched it come up. I knew it'd come up. I fucking knew it would come up. As soon as I seen the news breaking, I seeked out. I shouldn't even be giving my eyeballs to this fucking fool, but I feel like I have to just see what this fool's saying, so that I can armour myself, go to the dark side, just for a brief moment and then step away. I'm absolutely with you, man. I don't understand why these fucking people are continued to give a platform built on hatred, built with all these Morlock followers, where they just seem to... I don't know, man. There was a statement released by Star Wars today saying, look, don't be racist. And he seemed to take it as a personal insult to him, which I think speaks more about that guy than the statement from Star Wars. If you feel offended that they are making a generic statement about racism, what the fuck does that say? Search inside. It says that you, in a sense, are admitting you're a fucking racist. If you take offence to it, then you must be racist. No one can be offended by that statement. It's a sensible statement. Don't be racist. Don't fucking hassle people online. Let's all just enjoy this TV show. Look, hopefully they get over it. Hopefully the world can heal and be a better place, man. I'm a huge fan of John Lennon and the Beatles. He was singing about the world coming together and being a cohesive whole 50 fucking years ago, 40 years ago. Hopefully we can get over this shit. It fucking saddens me, man, that we're still dealing with this shit in this day and age. Don't be a racist, exactly. Stephen, it's so simple, isn't it, man? How simple is it? Why are we still talking about these fucking issues? It just blows my mind, man. Anyway, like Mecha Random, literally, I'm not even going to say that word, man, but yep, and a diversity hire. Absolutely shocking that we're using words like that. That is just absolutely fucking disgraceful. That was abhorrent 70 years ago. So this guy's still got a channel on YouTube. I've never even watched this guy, Mecha Random. Who is this fucking geezer? I can't believe that guy's got a platform if he's using words and stuff like that. That is absolutely despicable. Yeah, look, the most I would maybe fray into that side of things is the fucking weird guy with the helmet. What's he called? Doomcock. He's a bit fucking weird in that sense. He seems to glorify negativity. He's going on about the Batman, Zoe Kravitz being fucking impregnated by Robert Pattinson and stuff like this. That's the furthest I'll stray. I'll maybe look in and give a pity view to fucking Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers to see what that fucking loonball's saying. But I will not go and watch absolute ignorant fucking shithouses like that. Unbelievable. But anyway, look, man, we'll move on from it. I thought I'd touch upon it. It takes me everything in my body not to come out and swear more when I speak about things like this. I try and keep a lid on it. I try to remain calmer. But I cannot believe that they're actually having to warn the actor 2 weeks in advance about racist comments, and then these idiots still come out and do it. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Blows my mind. But anyway, the future of Star Wars. All we need is love. Yes, Stephen. All we do need is love. All I need is more time. Because I'm going to have to try and put up this episode 2 Obi-Wan reaction within the next 30 minutes or so. Get it fucking out. Hopefully it doesn't get blocked. And then I can move on to actually editing another reaction video and then another reaction video. I will be glued to this fucking monitor for the next 2 days. Cannot fucking wait for that. On top of a full-time job. Love it. But yeah, the future of Star Wars. This is going to be the last topic. You know what? Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Done talking about Star Wars. We're going to move on to this fucking subject. We'll end with this, because why the fuck not? I was going to actually speak about this as well, but I've been that sidetracked speaking about other fucking shit. What is going on here? I was going to speak about this. I'll briefly touch on this and then I'll go back to that. So happy for Tom Cruise, by the way, that he's made $248 million globally. Him and the cast of Top Gun Maverick, by the way. This is this guy's highest grossing opener in his entire career. This guy's been doing these movies for about 40 years now, man. 35 years, in that range. Top Gun Maverick made huge money, $248 million globally, man. Potentially knocking on $1 billion when it ends its run at the box office. I'm going to go and watch this movie. Part of this movie's outstanding. A+ cinema score. High 90s on Rotten Tomatoes. Getting rave reviews. Apparently it's fucking epic. Cannot wait. I'm going to go and watch that movie. Well done, Tom Cruise. I know Stephen will be fucking raging in the comments because he's not a fan of Tom Cruise. But I actually don't mind Tom. I think people don't realise what they've got until it's away. See, when that guy's not making action movies anymore, you will feel the void in your life. We need this guy to just remain youth eternal and keep making these movies, because no one does it like him. No one. But yeah, Michael B. Jordan, man. This isn't just going to be about Michael B. Jordan. This is an actual conversation in general about potential actors who could play this Superman. Of course, we've got J.J. Abrams and his production company. They have signed a multi-picture producing deal, sort of creative deal with Warner Brothers. One of the very first things, projects, movies he is going to put his teeth into. And look, you can say what you want about JJ. Sometimes can't stick the landing as a director, and that's an under-fucking statement if you've seen The Rise of Skywalker. But he can certainly rejuvenate franchises, sort of failing characters. And look, that may be harsh on Henry Cavill, because I still maintain Man of Steel was a very good movie. Director's cut of Dawn of Justice was pretty fucking decent. One of the best moments in the Joss Whedon Justice League was him reanimating and whipping the absolute fuck out of the rest of the Justice League. So it's not down to Henry, it's just mishandling and a sort of inbred sort of hatred, inbuilt hatred. I hope there's no inbreeding going on at Warner Brothers. We've got enough dodginess over there. Amber Heard, for one, who hopefully will lose her fucking lawsuit tomorrow. Fuck you, jurors. I was waiting for that today. They seem to have an inbuilt hatred for all things Zack Snyder. And of course Henry Cavill was a brainchild of Zack Snyder. He was his Superman. But of course, it's sort of failing now, isn't it, man? They're talking about momentum being required for Superman for future movies with this character. Bring in J.J. Abrams. Have him revive it, restart it in a sense. Reboot is the word I'm looking for. And by all accounts, they're going for a different Superman this time. They're going to be going for I think, alternative Earth Superman. I can't quite recall the name of it. I'm sure when I bring this up, it will tell me the name of the Superman that they're going to be using. I forget it all the time. I believe it was round about Barack's presidency that they actually created this in comic book form. I may be completely fucking wrong there, but I don't think I am. Val Zod is the name of this alternative sort of Superman from an alternative world, Earth 2. And of course he's a black Superman, and immediately as soon as we heard this news that they were going down this alternate route and they were exploring black filmmakers to make it, Michael B. Jordan's name comes up right away, because of course he's one of the best in the game just now in terms of acting overall. And of course he's a fucking inspirational figure who was of course very, very close to the late great Chadwick Boseman. This guy, in a sense, I want this guy to be stepping in, man, and doing fucking more. I know he's producing, he's directing, he's acting. I want this fucking guy to become the heir apparent to Chadwick in terms of what Chadwick was doing. He was championing for social justice and things like that, and he was a huge figure that's now sadly missing from the world. But I also want him to be playing fucking Superman, but if he doesn't do it, and he's always been my first choice. I've been fucking speaking about this guy taking over from Cavill for about 5 years now, because I'm a huge fan of him. Watched him and Coogler going back to Fruitvale Station. What an actor he is. Cool as fuck. Off the screen as well. He's my first choice. But I'm going to get into it. I'll read his quote. He spoke about it. It's an old quote. And then I'll speak about maybe potential other actors who I feel could play the character, and why this is a good fucking idea for me. Because it's time we shake up the character. We've had enough tall, white, pasty white, fucking slicked back, brown haired Superman characters. It's time for a fucking change. Just to shake up the same bitches that are in the comments of Moses, more than anything else, I want it to happen. Because I want to see them fucking angry and upset. Here we go. Jordan was out speaking about it. And he had this to say. This was fucking like a year ago he mentioned this, but any road I'll read it regardless. You hear the whispers and the rumours and stuff like that, and it's just a compliment. You know, I appreciate people that think about me in that type of way for these roles. Well, why would we not, Michael? Because you're a fucking man mountain, a supreme actor, charismatic, huge screen presence, get the women absolutely peeling off of you. I can't think of anyone better to play Superman, mate. And you can fucking wear a suit, and you can put the glasses on, and you're Clark Kent, and then you put the actual Superman suit on, and fucking rock it. Why not? But we'll get into it. I don't really have anything more to give on that other than it's just flattering, and I appreciate it. But you know, whoever they get, or if it goes that way, I think it'll be an interesting thing to see. John Boyega was out as well when I was actually searching up potential lists of other actors if Michael doesn't want to do it, or if they go down a different route. And he was saying the same thing. He had a couple of suggestions. I think Jonathan Majors was one. But of course, Jonathan is now, he's doing Kang the Conqueror, so don't see him jumping over to DC when he's in the midst of playing a big bad character in Marvel. Of course, here we go. We've got Reggie. I've actually now discovered that it's Reggie Jean Page. I thought it was Reggie, but it is actually Reggie Jean Page. Reggie Jean Page. But of course, this guy has been touted as the next James Bond, potentially. A man who can also wear a suit, who's hugely charismatic, young as fuck. Pretty good looking guy, all things said, so that's always a necessity to play Superman. You think back to the likes of Brandon Routh. Why am I blanking on his name? Christopher Reeve. The other guy that Stephen will know who gets shot. Of course, wasn't so much an actor, was an actual sort of performer, wasn't he? Overall performer. They've always had that sort of dashing good looks. They're tall, dark, handsome. Women love them. Men want to be them. That kind of thing. Reggae. Jean Page would be a fucking outstanding choice for Superman if he doesn't become the next James Bond. For me, it's still Michael B. Jordan. I want this guy to play the character. I think he was born to play this fucking character. And just this alternative character as well. It's all aligning for this guy to come in and play him. It's something I want to see. I loved his Eric Killmonger in Black Panther. I thought it was one of the more compelling human scale villains in the MCU. We know what he can do. We know he can take on big franchises and he will not be over encumbered by it. Love to see this guy performing. Sadly we can't get Amelia in because Amelia in anything's always good. Always good, but sadly not going to be in a Superman. I thought that was Peter Dinklage here, who certainly wouldn't play Superman. No offence to him, great actor, but he couldn't play Superman. This guy, I'm not going to lie, man, I don't know a huge amount about Jesse Williams, so I'm just going to fucking bow to the superior knowledge of Viral, whoever the fuck it is here, who are touting this guy as a potential one. Winston Duke, of course, is already at Marvel, plays M'Baku in the Black Panther franchise. Again, he's a cool character, he's tall, fucking strong looking guy. Could he play Superman? Potentially. Would he have to rip up his Marvel contract? Most certainly. Would he do that? I don't fucking know. He may actually be the next Black Panther. We don't know what's happening with that yet. That would rule him out. Boyega, man. No one loves Boyega more than me. Watched this guy in the likes of Detroit, Attack the Block, Star Wars, of course. Should have been a fucking Jedi. I will maintain that to my dying breath. And I hope he can still be a Jedi at some point. But he's a bit short to play Superman. Sorry, Johnny. You're about the same size as me. I couldn't play Superman. So I think your lack of stature screwing you just a bit there, Jonathan. We can't be having a 5'8", 5'9" Superman, sadly. It's like Batman. It requires a bit of stature. Although Michael Keaton played Batman and he was about that size. But I digress. Jonathan Majors, I spoke about Jonathan Majors. I don't think he could play it, sadly. He is already very much in tow with Marvel now. He's playing Kang the Conqueror. Really looking forward to seeing this guy in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Looking forward to seeing this guy potentially playing a Thanos level villain. Again, an outstanding actor. Same fucking age as me. This guy's killing it at life. Got to respect it. Leslie Odom, man. Who the fuck doesn't want Leslie Odom in anything? Out fucking standing. You talk about charismatic. Doesn't get any more charismatic than this guy. This motherfucker took Hamilton, put it on a streaming service, took a fucking play, Broadway play I think it was, put it on a streaming service and had the world fucking eating out the palm of his hand. How many actors can do that? I don't know, man, but he's absolutely fucking incredible anyway. I don't know anything about Aldous Hodge, but I looked at the shoulders and immediately thought, that's a fucking Superman if ever I saw it. But ultimately, man, for me, you can go through this list, you can talk forever in a day, but for me, I want it to be Michael B. Jordan who plays this character. He is the favourite to play the character. Bookie's favourite. They will be moving up the gears now with this movie. We know that they are very much working on a script. JJ's producing it with his production company. In terms of directors, man, you've got fucking loads in there. Regina King. Would Coogler want to work with B. Jordan if he could do a Superman movie? Fucking Lord knows, man. There's certainly options out there. Vince Cable Jr. Jordan Peele I don't think would do a superhero movie, sadly. He's a little bit... Yeah, his stock's too high for that just now. Maybe in 10 years if he hits a couple of duff movies out, but that ain't going to happen because it's Jordan fucking Peele. So there's a couple of options in there, man, in terms of directors who could work, but for me, I'm glad he's the favourite. I cannot fucking wait to see this version of the character hit the screen. Cannot wait for the blowback. I cannot wait for the bitches whining. Just like they were whining when there was a female Doctor Who, just like they'll be whining now that we've got a person of colour playing Doctor Who as well. I love putting a grenade in, man. I love the fact that studios are doing this now. Not just to ruffle up fucking racist backwater, redneck racists, but because it gives representation, and I keep saying it, and the right-wing fuckers, the really extremist ones hate this, but the world has, the cinema has to be like a mirror for the world. Is everyone fucking white out there? No, they are not. They are not. We have to create a version of the world for cinema. We need to see more people, different looking people, playing these characters, man. Get fucked, races. That's how I'm going to end the show. I feel like bringing that fucking sign down, but I can't be bothered going and getting it. It's a great fucking sign. Brilliant sign. Based off of I think it was no Irish, no blacks, no dogs. That's what the English and British shops had on their windows 60 years ago, 70 years ago. So don't ever let people over here fool you when they say it's an American problem and it's only something that happens over there, because they're every bit as fucking bad over here, and we're every bit as bad over here. It's a worldwide problem. Education, that's what we require. When you eradicate ignorance, the world becomes a better fucking place. I'm done though, man. I'm going to get off my soapbox and I'm going to pass it over to anyone that's been watching. What's your thoughts on Obi-Wan Kenobi becoming the most popular, I believe it was, the most watched premiere original show on TV? Disney Plus, I should say, not TV. Getting a bit excitable there. What's your thoughts on the revelation that the next episode of Obi-Wan is coming out tomorrow? Because I didn't fucking know that was happening until someone in the comments let me know. And again, Emil, I believe it was, thank you very fucking much for letting me know that. I will now be primed, ready to get that recorded, that reaction. What's your thoughts on Moses Ingram sadly having to put up with more backwater racist fucking nonsense off of people on social media? Absolute half-witted idiots who just cannot distinguish between reality. Just can't distinguish what's right or wrong, really. Fucking clown shoes that deserve to be put down. I'm sick of seeing dogs getting put to sleep in these kennels. I want these people put to sleep. They give even less to the world than the fucking poor dogs that have been given a wrong home. Put these motherfuckers down. What's your thoughts on it? If you've got an alternative to what I've been saying on this show, you know what you can fucking do. Don't come back. This is certainly not... What was the channel you mentioned? Mecha Random 42. There will be absolutely zero fucking tolerance for words like that on this channel. Mark my words on that. What's your thoughts on Top Gun Maverick grossing $248 million at the box office? Huge opening, biggest in Tom Cruise's career. And finally, on the potential of Michael B. Jordan portraying Zal... I fucking forgot the name again, man. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where's the name of this fucking character? Where is the name of the character? I don't know. Playing Superman anyway. Val Zod. What's your thoughts on that? Is that something you'd like to see? Would you like to see Reggie Jean Page if he doesn't get the Bond role? Potentially popping up Winston Duke. There's a couple in there. Leslie Odom Jr. Who would you like to see potentially playing a Black Superman in the upcoming J.J. Abrams reboot version of it? Earth 2 version. Comment down below if you've got anything to say about that. Anything at all you feel compelled to share within fucking reason goes down below in the comment section if you can be asked putting it there. You can also like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, hit the bell icon to get notifications straight to your eyeballs for future streams, reactions, reviews, everything we do on here relating to movies, sometimes more. And all of the above, sans everything bar live shows for Twitch. Hit the follow button, notifications thing over there to see us live on Twitch. Exact same fucking content as you see on YouTube. Don't know why we do it, but why not? Regardless of what you do though, thank you very much for fucking watching me rambling, and until next time I'm done. Bye bye. Thank you for all the fucking comments as well, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate Stephen telling me that Morlocks were the things, the basement dwellers, these sun allergic motherfuckers from the time machine. Thank you very much for that, Stephen.